There seems to be a misconception that intended parents and their surrogate need to live close to one another in order to have a close relationship throughout the surrogacy. In fact, a lot of intended parents will pass up an ideal surrogate simply because she doesn't live in the same state that they live in. I think this is unfortunate because physical distance really doesn't matter. Good communication is the key to a close surrogacy relationship. When I was a surrogate, my intended parents lived in Europe and I'm here in the States. Due to work and life, they were unable to come out here until just before the birth of their child. This did not mean that we weren't close. We became close throughout the surrogacy journey because we communicated often. In the beginning of the surrogacy, not much was happening, but I made it a point to at least email and say hello and to make small talk. Once the IVF cycle started, I kept them informed about each new step and let them know that all was going well. I know that the fertility practice and the case manager would do this as well, but it seemed important for me to keep the lines of communication open. We got into a rhythm of emailing back and forth every week, sometimes more often, and Skyping with each other at least once a month. This gave them an opportunity to see me and see my growing belly. My daughter loved the Skype sessions. She'd pop her face into the screen and say hi and tell them about her day at preschool, which they loved. Anytime I had a doctor's appointment, I would come home and email them, even if there was nothing to report. Or I would plan a Skype date if there was something really exciting to share, like the gender reveal. We became very close throughout the process, and they felt completely involved in every part of it because I made sure that they were. When they came out just before the baby was due, we greeted each other as old friends, because that's what we had become over the last year. We went on outings together and shared meals together, leading up to the time when I gave birth. I will never forget that when the mother was holding my hand as I gave birth to her child, she said, "You're so much more than a sister to me." That pretty much summed up our relationship and what it had become throughout the course of the surrogacy. And the physical distance between where we lived didn't play a part in that relationship at all. They stayed on and celebrated Christmas Eve with my extended family, and they fit right in. The whole surrogacy journey was just perfect, and communication made us close, even though we lived so far away from one another. So I would encourage any intended parent looking for a surrogate to broaden their search, not be so focused on the location of their surrogate. In this age of cell phones, FaceTime and Skype, you can even be in the room for all the doctor's appointments if you wish, without having to physically be there. So keeping open communication and involvement in the process, that's what creates a close surrogacy relationship, not proximity.